Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds, and let's do a little queen marking. For those of you who aren't comfortable yet working without gloves, or who work without gloves but aren't comfortable grabbing the queen, which takes a considerable bit of practice. I recommend you start with drones because one, they don't have a stinger, and they're pretty easy to grab, and they're actually pretty cool to give the kids. Kathleen and Jimmy love fooling with drones. You'll find that out before too long. But anyways, we have one of our Carney line queens here. We've got a couple lines of queens, but this one right here is a Carney, and I never used one of these before, but the concept is pretty simple. The main thing is just don't hurt the queen because she's a pretty important bug. So what I did is I actually found her on the frame, and I stuck this cup around where she was and let all the other bees out. That way I didn't have to pick her up with my fingers, which is what you can do. You just have to be very careful, be patient, and you know, then like when you're doing this right here, you've got to get her facing the other direction. So we're going to let her get up. It's a little tedious. Make sure you don't let her fly off. She won't flip around for us. Okay, I got to be very careful. We don't want to apply much pressure, so we got that right there. I'm barely. She's a young queen. Look at all that fuzz still on her thorax. That's actually going to make that to where the paint probably won't last quite as long. I can't quite get to the top of her, which is kind of bothering me a little bit. I'd rather just hold her myself, but I'm used to that. This does work. Alright, so that's a good enough spot right there. I was having a really hard time not squeezing her pretty good. They're fairly tough. They'll actually pass out sometimes if you squeeze them too hard for too long. Asked my buddy in Hawaii how I know. That poor queen. She was okay though. It's just sometimes they freak out a little bit. So now we have her like this. We're going to introduce her back into the colony here in probably about 8 to 10 minutes because we don't need to actually put this one in a king cage. A king cage? A queen cage. Now we are going to be doing some more queen rearing coming up, so stay tuned for that. It actually turned out really good. Look at that right there. Don't do this. She might fly off. Look at that nice little dot. Try not to get any on her head. Definitely don't get any on her antennas. Some people get on the wings. That shouldn't be a problem if she's already mated. She won't need to use those wings again, really, unless she swarms, and that's really not what we're trying to let her do. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments or questions on queen marking, this year's collar is green, and we are still breeding. Oh, by the way, from that 2016 queen, we found her this morning when I was going through that colony. Found the daughter that was marked green, and found the mother that's still marked white from 2016. So, oh yeah. Thanks for watching our videos.